One week after the tragedy, he sits in a restaurant with his girlfriend, and no one suspects the full extent of what has happened. Chandler Halderson, 23, lives with his parents Bart and Krista Halderson in Windsor, Wisconsin. His father works in IT, his mother in administration. To friends and family, Chandler claims he is completing a computer science degree and preparing for a promising job at SpaceX. He talks confidently about interviews, projects, and even moving plans, but the university confirms he is enrolled in no program. No official emails, no job offers. The documents he showed his parents were falsified. Why invent an entire life that doesn't exist? In spring 2021, the lies start to unravel. Bart Halderson, methodical and rational, begins verifying his son's claims. He contacts the university, seeks official confirmation. He discovers Chandler is enrolled in no classes and never had a job offer. For months, Chandler fabricated emails, fake transcripts, and screenshots to convince his parents he would soon work at SpaceX. Court testimony later reveals he also lied to his girlfriend, claiming he was moving for a prestigious position. Each lie required more effort. Each lie demanded another. The confrontation set for July 1st was not a simple discussion. It was the moment when his entire fabricated identity risked collapse. On June 30th, 2021, neighbors see the family at home. The evening appears normal. Around 7:30 p.m., the parents' phones suddenly stop moving. No calls, no messages, no activity. Hours later, Chandler claims his parents went to a family cabin in northern Wisconsin for the weekend. But the cabin does not exist. Surveillance cameras show no vehicles leaving the property. So, where are they really? Early the next morning, Chandler calls 911. His tone is controlled. He claims his parents never reached their destination. He seems cooperative, calm. But digital evidence tells a different story. The parents' phone GPS places the devices inside the house well past their supposed departure. Internet activity continues through the night. Around 3 a.m., a security camera captures Chandler moving outside near the property line. He never mentions this detail. After reporting the disappearance, several witnesses describe his behavior as strange. Instead of panicking, he remains composed. He participates in searches, talks to neighbors, gives local interviews. But investigators discover he sent messages to relatives pretending to be his father, using Bart's phone to make it seem everything was fine, buying time. Each inconsistency becomes impossible to ignore. During the search, investigators notice recently cleaned areas. In the outdoor fireplace, they discover burned human remains later identified as Bart Halderson. Days later, in a wooded area in Sauk County, more remains are found and identified as Krista Halderson. The locations are several miles apart. No signs of forced entry, no outside intruders. The firearms in the house belong to the family, and forensic tests confirm one was used. Chandler's digital history reveals searches on concealment and forensic evidence. The inconsistencies pile up. He claims his parents drove north, but their phones never move. He describes a weekend at a cabin, but there are no bookings, no witnesses. Each lie requires another, and another. At the trial in January 2023, Chandler's demeanor is almost detached. He takes notes, whispers to his lawyers, avoids eye contact with his mother's family. Evidence presented to the jury heightens tension. The courtroom grows heavy. Family members sometimes leave the room facing the images. Verdict: guilty. Life in prison without parole. In the end, there was no cabin, no trip, no disappearance. Only a web of lies that collapsed under the weight of evidence, revealing that the one who reported the disappearance was responsible for the deaths of his parents. In March 2022, Chandler Halderson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge described the crime as calculated and deeply disturbing, leaving no room for leniency. As for his family, reports indicate that his sisters were not involved in the crime and have kept a low public profile since the conviction. There is no publicly confirmed information suggesting ongoing contact or reconciliation. What remains is a family permanently marked by a crime that unfolded inside their own home. A tragedy rooted not in chaos, but in deception.